Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I thought that today would be kind of a fun day to formally introduce G&G Home and the 4 candles that we have now out for purchase on gnghome.com. I'll make sure to link our website in the description box down below, but this is something that I've kind of just like frosted and skated over here on my YouTube channel, and I thought it'd be fun to kind of go a little bit more in depth about like the notes and the inspiration behind each candle, and just kind of dive a little bit more into the whole process. But I want to start off first with our OGs, which are Lavender and Lust and Cedar and Suede. And I'm going to start first with Lavender and Lust, which is my candle. So this is what each candle is going to look like. Hopefully you guys can like see the label. It is pretty bright in here, so sorry if you can't, but it's a G&G Home label, and then underneath it has in script the scent, and then underneath that it just says all natural soy wax made in Chicago, and they are literally hand poured in my kitchen that is behind me. But each vessel is a clear 10-ounce vessel. It's really heavy and weighty. I love like a luxurious weighty product. I just feel like it feels a lot more expensive when it is a little heavier. And then it has a 2x2 sticker right on the front, and we have double wicks. I just find that when burning a candle, I like the evenness of having 2 wicks opposed to just one. And since these are pretty large, the diameter is pretty large and pretty decent sized candles, I find that 2 wicks will give that even burn, and I just think it looks so much more like luxurious. So Lavender and Lust is my baby. I am obsessed with all things lavender. I've always been obsessed with all things lavender. If I could have had it my way, every single thing in my wedding would have been lavender, but we had to kind of reel it in. So I decided to kind of play off on some certain things. Like we injected lavender when we could. Like we had a lavender send off at the end of the ceremony. People like threw lavender buds at us. I had a lavender flavored wedding cake on one of the layers. Things like that. My girls' bouquets were eucalyptus and dried lavender. So I love it. I love the scent. I find it extremely calming. For those of you that suffer with anxiety, I feel like lavender, putting a little bit of it in a diffuser at night is mind-blowing. It literally just kind of calms you down, soothes you out. This has white sage in here, as well as, of course, just lavender. I wanted something really true to the scent that I've fallen in love with. I know that a lot of the times people like mix lavender with like vanilla or a lot of different other florals, and it kind of smells a little bit more potpourri, which is totally fine if you like that, but I wanted a true, authentic lavender scent that was going to kind of calm our souls, calm our minds in the midst of the craziest year we've ever lived. And so that's where Lavender and Lust came into play. It actually was dreamt up from a fantasy that I've always had, to be lying down in a field full of lavender buds in Provence, France. And that is my dream. One day it will happen. And this is why I decided to make it Lavender and Lust. I'm lusting after that French Parisian lifestyle, and I definitely want to be in that field with lavender. So next we're gonna move to the second OG, which is the masculine, the manly Cedar and Suede, which is all of my husband and all of his glory. This one has actually been a crowd favorite. I would say probably our #1 seller is Cedar and Suede. It is awesome. Think of a amber with a little bit of vanilla and then heavy dark musk. This is what that candle is, and it's very pungent. Like, you can only burn it in increments, as you should, but it is so enveloping. It is so like like sensuous and sexy and smart and sophisticated. I call this my drinking candle, because every time I light it, I feel like I may be drinking like a old fashioned or a Manhattan or just whiskey straight up on the rocks. I feel so like rugged and masculine whenever I burn it, and it's really pretty cool. It's a pretty unisex scent. A lot of women love this one, and then also it's fantastic for men too. So we are having our Cedar and Suede candle actually going to be in stores at Oak Street Bootmakers in the West Loop, which is one of Gio's favorite stores. He actually modeled for them back in the day. And so the fact that we're here full circle going to sell Cedar and Suede there is perfection. That candle was actually thought up of by Gio because he is obsessed with his shoehorns. For those of you guys don't know what a shoehorn is, it is essentially, it's made from cedar wood, and it is like a kind of like a platypus looking like nose snout, and you like put your foot in there and you can like easily put on your shoes without having to stretch and bend. And since my husband is in fashion, his whole wardrobe is back there. He really likes to take care of his things, his clothes, his shoes, everything is meticulous. So his shoehorn is his baby, and he's like, I want to pay homage to, you know, my shoehorn, and I want to pay homage to my favorite suede loafers that I wore in New York Fashion Week. So that's how Cedar and Suede came into play. It's a replication of his favorite shoehorn and his favorite pair of suede loafers that he wears whenever he wants to feel like, you know, spiffy, or he calls them his lucky suede loafers. So I think it's kind of cute. But that one is a huge bestseller. If you like more of the masculine, like woody but warm exotic scents, definitely check out Cedar and Suede. I think that's gonna be the one for you. Now moving on to our fall limited edition scents. We have two obviously really nice ones. This one is Cashmere Sweater. Cashmere Sweater and the other one, they have a completely different label. It is the same, it's the same logo and everything, same thing that says in the bottom, obviously just a different name, but it's a completely different texture. I wanted something to be just different. I feel like since Lavender and Lust and Cedar and Suede are our core scents, I thought it would be nice to have something that was core and then something for limited edition so that you can kind of tell the difference. Do you know what I mean? So instead of a glossy print of a label, they are matte. So it has more of an organic feel than the core luxury ones do. I mean, these are obviously still luxury. It's the same vessel, it's the same weightiness. However, it's more of a matte label, which I like the contrast. Like I said, it's limited edition, so we only made a few, and we're hoping just to sell out of those, and then we could make room for a holiday. But I have a special place in my heart for Cashmere Sweater, I'm not gonna lie. I find that it is for that person that wants to love a candle but doesn't like the overpowering scent of a candle. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's so many people that are super allergic or super sensitive to scents or very picky about scents, and they sometimes they'll get a headache or whatever. Like, this is for that person because it is a soft and subtle scent, but yet you're gonna be able to smell it. It has like a powdery, kind of like a baby powder note to it, but patchouli, amber, and light musk are the keys in here, along with tonka bean, which kind of give it that like sweetness. It resembles like fresh baby skin to me. That's what it smells like, fresh baby skin. And then if you're familiar with Donna Karan's Cashmere Mist, her fragrance, that. So think of baby powder meets Donna Karan Cashmere Mist. This is that candle. And it's gorgeous. It's light, it's powdery, a little sweet, but then you're gonna get that musk. So it's such a good one for a beginner person who's not really like into all the crazy heavy scents. I like to call Cashmere Sweater Cedar and Suede's little sister because it's a lesser version of Cedar and Suede, but kind of around the same kind of musky, softer note or masculine note, you know what I mean? So this one's really, really cute. I love it a lot. This is obviously a Geo candle. He's obsessed with all things cashmere. I never knew what cashmere really felt like until he bought me my very first cashmere sweater, and it changed my life. So here's the cashmere sweater. And last but certainly not least is my candle, and it is Orchard. You guys, Orchard is literally an homage to my childhood. Every year for probably 10 years of my life, 10, 11 years of my life, we would go to the apple farm. I would go with my family, I would go with friends, I would go with church, and we would go. You get to pick out 5 apples from the tree. You get to go to the cute little shop and kind of peruse around, and I would always get apple cider and apple cider donuts, and it was like a petting zoo, so it was called the Apple Farm, and it was so fun, and it just brings me back to the best times with my friends, and this candle just takes me there. It takes me there. It's crazy. I just envision the aisles of the trees and the apples on the trees, and it literally smells like you're gonna pick like a fresh apple from the tree. So the notes in here are green leaves, apple, and pear. Simple, but it's so forward. Every time I open the box of the quantity of Orchard, I'm like, oh my gosh, it takes me back. So I love that about candles. I love that you can be transported anywhere in the world by just a scent. And I love the emotion that it evokes when you smell a scent, and it takes you right back to that place. I think it's so gorgeous. It's so poetic. Hence why we wanted to start off with something that we felt was very much so us. We love candles, we love scents, we love trying different ones, and we really wanted to create a line where you can have that luxurious feel, you can have that luxury wax that's not gonna be paraffin, that's not gonna be toxic for you or your animal friends that live in your apartment or condo or house, but something that was good for any and everybody, something that anyone and everyone could purchase, from a 16-year-old girl wanting to buy a candle for her mom to a 6-figure CFO who wants to buy maybe 5 or 6 gifts for her employees and still come, you know, within a reasonable budget. So that's why we created G&G Home, and that's why we started off with these candles. I think they're gonna be fantastic gifts for holiday, and I'm really, really excited about it. But definitely follow our Instagram page. It is G&G.home. And again, that's G&G.home, because there's a different one that's just G&G Home. It's kind of confusing, but definitely follow. We're gonna be doing some fun things for holiday. Our holiday scent is actually gonna be coming out pretty soon, and then we're gonna be doing maybe a giveaway or 2. So you're definitely gonna wanna check in and see what we're up to. Again, we're here in the Chicago area. If you feel like you don't wanna purchase on the website and do in-store pickup or curbside pickup, or have it sent to you with the shipping, you can now find our candles at NOMAD Chicago, which is huge, and that's on 820 North Franklin, Chicago. And then you can also find Cedar and Suede in the West Loop at Oak Street Bootmakers / Independence. Independence is what it's called. So our candles are in 2 stores. We're working on a 3rd. We cannot wait for you guys to try them, and we cannot wait to see your guys' reviews on everything. Please leave us a comment below and a review at googlereviews.com. And again, thank you for all the love and support that you guys have shown so far. It's been outstanding and amazing, and we love you guys, and we will continue doing this for you guys. So have a great rest of your day. I hope you enjoyed. Bye.